For Rodney, who wants to go first? Rod.
Rodney, how did last season prepare you for what your understanding of what Coach Pastor is asking of you this season?
Last season taught me just buying into the process of getting developed, listening to coach, like just following into the team. It prepared me this year because we did a lot of student development as well with Coach Red.
Kelly.
I guess how much did it hurt last year? You didn't have the normal lead up into the season and the normal work week. And I imagine you've now seen how much of a difference that makes getting work with Coach Rev. How different is it, and how hard was it for you to play last year without that?
Last year was pretty tough. We didn't start till I think it was June. Then it was non-contact, so didn't have a lot of time with Coach Rev and getting back into it. But this season's been way different. We started working way earlier. Did a lot of work with Coach Rev. It helped a lot. I think it's starting to pay off.
In the game against Morehouse, you seemed pretty comfortable at the elbow being the distributor. Kind of describe what that process has been like of learning how to do that.
I do feel pretty comfortable at the elbow. We ran a lot of stuff like that in AU almost, but I feel way more comfortable. I don't feel as rushed a lot.
Was there any specific aspect of your game that you wanted to work on coming into this year?
Finishing around the rim, being able to use both hands, soft touch.
Kelly.
Just in terms of your rim protection and defense, how do you feel like you progressed there, and what are the things you're still working on?
I always felt like I've been aggressive for post defense, so just blocking shots. That's what I had to continue to work on. Rebounding out my area, I feel like I had to continue to work on as well.
How would you describe kind of what Coach Pastner is telling you to do, what he wants your role to be?
Dominating the paint, finishing all my shots around the rim, making smart reads in a high post, force on the rim.
It looks like the team wants to run a little bit more this year than they did last year. Does that fit in with your style of play?
Yes, he emphasized a lot of pressure on the rim, rim running. I think we should play pretty fast this year.
Just in terms of the offense and the differences, and I guess kind of how different does it feel this year without Moses and Isaiah? Kind of a little bit different in terms of maybe who you look to and that kind of thing. Does it feel different when you get on the court?
A little bit. It does feel different, but we got great point guards now, and we just got to fill the roles.
Towards the end of last year, your playing time increased, and then the Miami game in the tournament, you had a lot of playing time with Moses, and then obviously you played in one of the tournament games. What was your kind of most vivid memory looking back at that, of just getting so much more playing time in those two games that after having played so many alone?
Yeah, just coming in the Miami game, Moses was struggling a little bit. I think he might have got in foul trouble. The big man, I think he won this one. I think like 14 points in the first half. Just I felt like me being able to shut him down, it was pretty good, and it was pretty good.
Right.
The conditioning program here, was it any different than what you're used to, and how has it better prepared you?
The conditioning program, see, during COVID, I had a personal trainer that I would go to every day, but it's not much different than what I was already prepared for. But we got a new conditioning coach too as well. Pretty good, pretty well sensitive coach too.
Yeah.
Have you added anything in terms of your offensive game that you've been working on, like corners, jumpers, anything?
Me and Rodney Coach Red put a lot of time in on my high post game, just driving, being able to shoot from the high post, a lot of jumpers from left and right hand, and counter moves to whatever I have.
I imagine he'd like you to get to the line some too as well.
Oh yeah, we work on a lot of free throws.
Yeah.
How would you describe each of the freshmen?
Miles, he can shoot the ball. I like the way he shoots the ball a lot. Debo feels like he's an aggressive scorer, like he wants to score. Jalen, he's a good defender. He can rebound, and finish around the basket.
Who's the loudest?
Loudest, I think they're all three pretty loud.
All right.
Yeah, that's like they're really close. They live together and stuff too, but yeah.
Too loud for freshmen or?
Probably. They like to joke around a lot.
Kelly?
How, I guess kind of Saba, now you have Jordan as well, does that add a little bit more back into, it seems like Saba's gotten bigger and a little bit stronger and Jordan's coming off his back thing, but has that added the competition up a little bit more?
It has. We're all playing pretty hard in practice. It does add competition into it, so just fighting for. What Coach emphasized on us is just how many points is getting in from all three of us, how all three of us are doing, and stuff like that.
I think it's unique because all three of you are a little bit different. Jordan's more of a kind of power forward on the side guy, and Saba's got more of the offensive game.
Yeah, Saba's really skilled.
So is it just sort of big, you feel like it's gonna be a little bit mix and match in terms of how you guys are used?
Yeah, I believe so. You were right about that. We all three have a different game. Like, Jordan Lake probably the most athletic out of me, and Saba can jump really high, aggressive. Saba, he has all the offensive skill. He just has to put everything together. Then me, just being a defensive presence and just being patient and stuff like that.
You mentioned shot blocking, and I think it's one of the things that, if, from the outside, it's like, oh, he's tall, he must be able to shot block well, but obviously there's a lot more that goes into it. Can you describe, kind of what you learned as far as becoming a better shot blocker and things you're trying to think about or that you focus on?
Just like second efforts, being able to anticipate it coming, staying disciplined, getting off the floor quicker, things like that.
Right. Do you notice any difference in the style of play between the 2 point guards when they're on the floor?
I almost feel like they play when they have the ball in their hands, they're extremely fast. But I feel like they're kind of the same in terms because they both like to get downhill. They both love to defend. They both rebound. It's kind of hard. I mean, I feel like they almost play the same.
Last year, you didn't get to play in front of like the full arena. Have you thought, so now, family and friends can come, what will that be like, you think? I'm sure you're anticipating that.
It's gonna be different. I haven't played in front of fans in over a year. I gotta get the nervousness out and stuff like that. But it should be really fun. I'm excited for the fans to be back.
You guys got anything?
Who's gonna score the first basket?
Me.
All right.